Hi guys, welcome to Sunili's Arts and Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable jellyfish charms. Anyways, these are really fun because you can hang them around because of these slip knots. You can play with them and you can make them do little actions if you bend their tentacles. Anyways, the materials you will need are 4 black bands. I'm using 4 because if one of the black bands break, I'll have another, even though they're premium bands. We'll need at least 40 orange bands. I think I have at least 30, but whatevs. And then you'll need a loom. Anyways, let's get started with the video. First, you're going to take 2 orange bands at a time. You can use this for the rest of the jellyfish, but if you want, you can use single bands for the tentacles. So first, with our double bands, we're going to go over here, and then we're going to go like that. So you have this from here. And by the way, the arrows are pointing at you. So what I'm saying is that the middle peg is the highest row. Then we're going to take another 2 orange bands and we're going to put them like that. And then we're going to do it on the same, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if you didn't catch this one, all you're going to do is you're going to stretch the band and put it on like that. Then you're going to do that same thing but in the middle. So you're just going to go directly down. So you have this after. So if you were to turn your loom around, it looks like a flower almost. But anyways, we're going with the upside down loom. Then another 2 bands. We're going to go down at least 2 more times in a row. So if you don't know what I mean, you're just going to take double bands and go like that. And then you're going to do that at least 1 more time. For the bell, if you don't know what that is, it's this part of the jellyfish. So now we're making the bell of the jellyfish. Oh, I forgot about the bell. But this looks a bit too short. Actually, I got it right. So now we're going to close off the bell of our jellyfish. So to do that, we're going to stretch out a band like that, 2 bands. So we have another double band, and we're going to go like that. If you did not catch that, once again, you do this on your loom. And make sure that's all double bands. Next is almost the neck of our jellyfish. So this part over here, this is basically the start of our tentacles, like where they come down. So for that, we're going to stretch out 2 more bands again, and we're going to put them like that. Then take another double bands, do the same thing on the other side, and then go straight down from this middle peg over here. This is honestly this is my least favorite part to loom, so we might have to cut the video later when it's looming time. Anyways, take another 2 bands and we're gonna go like that. Or instead of 2 bands, you can just go 1 band to save all of your rubber bands. But if you don't want your jellyfish to have like posable tentacles, so like you can bend them around like that and stuff, if you don't want those, you can do single bands. It's optional for the single or double bands, but I will be using the double bands because there's pretty much like no more other kind of reasons why we would need orange bands. So now I'm just gonna keep on going down on this side with double or single bands. Remember, the double or single bands are your choice. So I'm just gonna keep on going down and down with double bands. Gonna move these broken ones aside. Now I'm going to do that same thing but on the middle row, and then when I'm done with the middle row, I'm gonna do this row. Anyways, I'm done with the tentacles now. You should have known what I was doing. So now we're going to add one cat band on each of these bottom pegs over here. So to do that, you can either do it on your hook, but I'm gonna use it on my fingers. Now that I've done the tentacles, I'm going to add some cat bands on these 3 pegs over here. So I'm going to do it on the loom. If you want, you can do it on your fingers or your hook, but on the hook and your fingers, it will hurt, and on the hook, it will be very hard to put it on the loom. So I'm going to just do it onto the loom. So if you don't know what a cat band is, it's just putting a band on the loom, stretching it out, twisting it, and putting it over itself. Now I'm going to do that one more time. So if you didn't get it, you're gonna do this. Put it on there, twist it, after stretching it, and put it on there. And then once you've done it 2 times, you're gonna do that on the other peg. So now I'm going to do it on this peg over here. So put it on the peg, stretch it, twist it, put it over itself, pull it, twist it, put it over itself. And now one more time on this peg over here. Pull it, twist it, pull it over, put it over itself. Stretch it, twist it, put it over itself. Like that. Now it's time for the eyeballs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my loom a little bit over here so I can reach. Now it's time for the black bands. So you'll need 1 black band. You're going to go onto the 3rd peg, so this one, on the left side. So go onto so find the left side, find the 3rd peg, and you're going to wrap your black band 4 times around. So basically just the cat bands from the tentacles. So pull it, stretch it, put it over itself. And now I just need to do that 3 more times. Pull it, stretch it, twist it, put it over itself. Pull it, twist it, put it over itself. And then do that 1 more time. So now that I'm done with adding these black bands onto these pegs, it should look a little bit thicker at the top if you look from up above. So it might look like that from where you're watching this video. So now we're going to add like 3 more cat bands, but they're gonna be a little bit easier. You're just going to take a single band, stretch it, find 2 pegs, and go like that. So now you have this. Then grab another one, find these 2 pegs with the eyes, put it into a triangle again. Then one last time, this is the last cat band, do it again. Then you're done with the cat bands. Now it's time for the hooking oh wait, I almost forgot. These parts over here, we're going to add these parts of the jellyfish. I almost forgot. So those parts that almost go out. So for each one of those, you will need 3 bands. So right now you're going to take one of 3 bands and you're going to stretch it out, twist it, put it over itself. Do that 2 more times. So 1, 2. So after I've wrapped that cat band on my hook, I'm going to take 2 bands and I'm going to put it on the hook like that. So you see how at this part of the hook, on the metal part, you see a little hook part over here. So you're going to put your band in that, pull it. This is going to be tricky. You're going to take this band and put it onto the band that's being stretched on the hook. Just a second. This is hard. Let's see. This is a little bit tricky. Now that you have the band on that double band, you should have this. So now you're going to hold on to this if it's easy for you. So you're gonna hold on to that triple cat band over there and go like that. So now you have this. Now I'm going to pinch it. So then I'm going to put my finger through those. So now I have this. Then I can easily take it off. And back to the loom, I can put it over here. Like that. And that triple cat band should be on the outside, so it looks like this, okay? Okay guys, now that we've done the little parts at the bottom of the bell, these little parts here, we can start with the next step, which I actually forgot to add these. So, which we need to add a cat band over there now, like that. So if you did not catch that, stretch the band, put it on those, and over there like that. Now we're going to do some very easy kind of looming before we start the actual proper hooking process. So remember those black bands we added over here? We're going to take those and we're going to put it over. So you did not catch that? Go outside, not inside of your peg. You're gonna go outside, and I recommend if you have a plastic hook and not a metal tip hook, I would recommend going one band at a time, which would take a bit slower. So now we're going to pull these bands over, and I'm going to do 1 or 2 bands at a time, like that. So now that's one eye done. Now we have to do the same thing on the other side. So just the same thing. So now we're done with both eyes. If you're not done yet, you could always pause the video. But anyways, now we're going to do the proper hooking process. So now we're going to go back to the bottom over here, and remember those cat bands we made over here at the top? We're going to go inside of those, push them back, and grab that one double band that we had placed before the cat bands. And we're going to loom it like that. Now we're going to do that on the other sides. One second. And now here's the easy part. We do not have any more cat bands for that now. So all we need to do is go inside of those and just loom it. So it's really easy. So if you're more of a beginner at charms and stuff, you should be able to do this easily, because this is also just like a single chain bracelet. So now that I'm done with the tentacles, just wait when you're over here. So when you're at this part that kind of looks like an upside down lotus flower or something, this part where there's like diagonal bands, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go onto the sides here. And then we're going to take the bottom band over here. So if you did not know what I'm saying, hey, 1 second. So we're going to go inside of this peg, grab that band, and go here like that. So if you've made like a starburst bracelet board or something, you should know what I just did, but it's double bands. Then we're gonna do the same thing over here. Then we're gonna do that exact same thing, but we're gonna do it with the middle one. So no moving your hook to the sides. So now that you have this, the worst parts. Finding all these bands inside of this catastrophe. Oh my God. So for this part, we're gonna go inside of all of those bands. Please do not mess up me. And once we've gone deep enough, we can go over here to this side and grab this band. My hook's on it right now. I'm stretching it. See it? Okay. So now I'm going to bring that back up and move it here onto this peg right here. Then do it on the other side, which should be a bit easier now. And then once again, do it in the middle. So you have this now. Then here's another kind of tricky parts. These parts, the bottom part of the bell is a bit tricky because you actually do not loom this part. So what I mean by that is you're going to push all the bands like that until there's only 2 bands left. And you're going to take that bottom band. Wait, what did I do? What is? Okay, I did it right. I thought I didn't do it right. Okay, next we're going to do that same thing, but with the other bottom part of the bell. So do that same thing I just did earlier. What is going on with my bands today? Silly bands. And then you do not need to do it on the middle parts, which is probably the easiest part of the head, or the bell, I should say. So now we can just keep on looming like how we did on the tentacles, except we have to avoid those triangular cat bands. So we push the triangular cat bands back. But in the middle row, you do not really need to do that. But if you do come across in the need of doing that, you can do that. So if you do not know what I mean, I pull back that one single band, go down, grab that double band, like that. Now, we're gonna go in here to that peg, pull back this band, and go like that. Then you can push these bands down. And then do it like that. And then, of course, you just do the same thing with the middle peg, which I accidentally already did that without showing you. Then we're gonna go inside of all of these bands until we see 2 more bands left. And then we're gonna take those 2 bands and we're gonna put it onto the top peg over here. Next is a really easy part. You're going to take those bottom 2 bands from this peg, from the outside though, and you're gonna go over like that. Then you can take these bands with your fingers or your hook, and you can pull it a little bit, not too tight or the bands might break. Then we can start taking it off the loom. So for the cat bands, I would probably take it off like that first at the tentacles, because that's where we start. Then you can just pull it off tentacle by tentacle like that. And here's the part where you need your hook again, I recommend using a hook over here because it's easier to peel off all the bands. Then you can pull it off. And there we go. You got this little cutie. But his face is a little bit deformed where sometimes this middle band will be on the eye. So to fix that, you can just move that over there, almost inside. Then just play around with his face a bit. If you want, you can straighten its tentacles and stuff. Then after that, I would probably recommend pulling that one slip knot you made at the end before you took it off the loom, so it's a bit more tight and secure. So anyways, now I have the third member of my little family here, which is the orange one. Bye guys, don't forget to subscribe and like my channel.